Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
Because we got a really good slate of games coming up here this weekend. Texas at number 9, Kansas. So the line that we've got is -6.5. This is from KenPom. This is from KenPom, of course, our partners at BetMGM. We encourage you to use that for your Saturday picks. I got to tell you guys, I look at this and I say, Kansas, anything less than 7 at home, it feels like it's hard to go against the Jayhawks. Jerel, where do you side?
Yeah, I think you got to go Kansas at home. Even though Texas is coming off kind of a must win there, and it's actually a good win against Kansas State. I'll say this. I think Kansas is playing or kind of figured out their style of play the best they have all season. And obviously, a big part of that is just the emergence of Furphy getting more minutes. He gives them a different dynamic out there, stretching the floor. It gives a lot of those other guys some more space. And when he's on and making shots, and essentially holding the line on defense as well too. It kind of gives them that different dynamic, so they start to look a little bit more like the team that we all kind of anticipated, and then we were a little bit mum or unimpressed with as the year went on and on and on, and we started seeing the long scoring droughts. But yeah, I'll take Kansas at home for sure. I think they'll cover that spread.
McCall?
They've had a week off to get healthy. Bottom line, I don't think there's any chance that Texas covers the spread. I don't. I just think Fog Allen, right when those fans start chanting "Rock Chalk," baby, this is one of the best starting fives, if not the best starting five in all of college basketball. And they've had a week off to prepare for this game, so I'm shocked it's actually 6.5. I'm taking the Jayhawks all day long, not even flinching.
Kansas wins this game by 20 on Saturday evening. I think that the Jayhawks roll to a blowout. Texas A&M at Tennessee. To the SEC we go. Number 5 Tennessee. Now they had a bit of a hard time with Missouri, but it looked like a team playing a team that had a lost season, nobody in the building, kind of a dead atmosphere. But Tennessee won that game. And, you look up here at Tennessee, and you think of the season that they're having, and they'll be at home, 20-6 on the year. Meanwhile, Texas A&M, like they're 15-11. Things are trending in the wrong direction. They just take a home loss to Arkansas. I'm sitting here saying, at some point, is A&M going to have a night where they figure it out? But I don't know if a trip to Knoxville, Coach McCall, is the night to figure it out.
It's one of the best environments in all of the SEC and all of college basketball. This is not the night that the Aggies figure it out. It's not. It was a disappointing loss for them the other day at home against Arkansas, but this is not the one to try and figure it out and turn your season around. Which Fanta, if you think about this, preseason Player of the Year in Wade Taylor, preseason pick to win the league in Texas A&M, and they just haven't lived up to those expectations. Is it in them? Probably, but they just haven't done it. And this is not the game that they're going to figure it out. Tennessee's too good. Dalton Connect, book it, SEC Player of the Year. Tennessee's going to win this league. I don't see A&M turning it around in this game. I don't see it.
Jerel?
Yeah, I'm rolling with Tennessee as well too. A&M has been a bit of a letdown this year, and I don't think it's necessarily for lack of trying. Just throughout the year and just watching them more and more, they just don't have a whole lot of firepower offensively. They don't have a ton of guys that shoot it great from deep, which kind of circumvents their spacing in a lot of areas for the guys that can get downhill. And at the end of the day, man, Wade Taylor has to go for 30 almost, just for them to beat a good ranked team. You know what I mean? So it's a very thin line or thin margin for error for those guys, and it's going to be tough against Tennessee because now with the emergence of Dalton Connect there, man, they've got what they were missing last year. to go along with their defense and their toughness, and that's a guy that can absolutely flat out go get a bucket for you when you need it. Like Matt said, they're right in the mix for SEC championship, and really in play for a 1 seed. I think in the NCAA tournament they've been impressive
totally agree,
throughout
totally
this stretch
agree.
run here.
Totally agree. And that's hard for a Gator alum to say that and speak positive. That's not an easy thing to do, Fanta. And a healthy Zakai Ziegler too. Let's not discount that. A healthy Zakai Ziegler, and we saw what he did in Rupp Arena. I mean, he is, as good as Dalton Connect has been. Zakai Ziegler is a huge, huge piece to this team, and he's healthy and he's playing at a high level. And it's hard for me to say that, but that color orange growing up in my household was not a color orange that we really liked. But Rick Barnes and the Tennessee Vols, they could make a run come March.
I was going to say, you're a Tennessee and Florida fan now?
What's that?
You're a Tennessee fan now?
I'm not. Fanta, I'm a member of the media. I got to speak the truth. That's what I am.
Look at you.
I gotta put my degrees aside. I gotta put my 11 years working for the University of Florida aside. I gotta put my dad playing middle linebacker at the University of Florida aside. I gotta speak the truth. Tennessee's the best team in the SEC.
Coach McCall, bringing it strong, being an unbiased media member. By the way, Jerel, Rob Dauster just texted me and he said to say hello to you.
Oh fuck! Yeah, I've been waiting. Tell Rob I've been waiting on that text for about a week now. I've been waiting on that text for a while.
What a response!
Wow! But there was only one way that you could have responded to that, and that was it. And that comes off of. But what happened to Rob's team on Tuesday?
Exactly. And tell him he's got to make a trip to the Great Midwest still. So we looking for some get back.
Dauster in Milwaukee would be dangerous, guys. Saturday night game, Bubble Bowl. Butler at Seton Hall. The Pirates coming off a huge week. They dominated Xavier, helped their metrics. They then go on the road and they beat St. John. So Shaheen Holloway's team has a win over Connecticut, has a win over Marquette. That win over UConn is huge. 5 quadrant 1 wins. They do have 2 Q3 losses, but they're a total of 7-7 against the top 2 quadrants, and one of those wins is the best win you could have over Connecticut. Right now, they're on the right side of the bubble, but they've got Butler at home. Butler's been struggling. KenPom has Seton Hall as a 3-point favorite. Kadari Richmond, or is it Posh Alexander and the Dogs night finally? Jerel McNeal, who you got?
I'm going with the Hall on this one. I think they get it done at home. Like you said, it's gonna be a tough, hard fought game. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably gonna be a Big East bloodbath. It'll probably be low scoring, real physical. So, but I think that style of play kind of suits Seton Hall. To be honest with you, even though Butler has a really good, tough team as well too, but I think they'll be able to pull it out at home, and they'll be able to get off the buzzer a little bit and start to ease off of it, try to get a couple more quality wins here in the stretch run of the season.
McCall.
Yeah, they have Connecticut coming up at Connecticut in a couple weeks too. I mean, I'm going with Seton Hall at home. I just think they get this one done. Shaheen Holloway and his staff, they know how important this game is. That win over UConn is their trump card. And this is one of those games where, hey, look, we're trying to solidify ourselves in the NCAA tournament. So we just got to go out here and handle business. We're playing at home. This is our game. Let's go out here and do it. Let's not overthink this. Let's go out here and play harder than the other team. Let's play with more effort. Let's play more together. And let's get this done. And if they do, I think the whole bubble talk will kind of be subsided a little bit. And that's the most important thing in this game. Go take care of your business and get yourself in the NCAA tournament.
So by winning at St. John's on Sunday, Seton Hall, for the time being, got on the right side of the bubble. You win a game like that, you want to then parlay it. You want to be able to move off the momentum. You've had a week to prepare, a week off. You are an NCAA tournament quality team. I'm going to tell you why in a second. Seton Hall should win this ball game. First off, they beat Butler at Hinkle Fieldhouse earlier this year. They've beaten Butler the last 3 meetings. Shaheen Holloway has really commanded Thad Matta's team here. Seton Hall's dangerous. Kadari Richmond is an elite guard. When he turns on the Jets in the lane, he's unstoppable. Alamir Dawes has taken off in conference play for them. He is a bucket getter of a shot maker. He can get hot, microwave, extra butter popcorn. That's how Dawes gets cooking, if you know what I mean. Dylan Adewusu was a good transfer portal ad. Dre Davis stretches the floor and is physical. He's Mr. Steady. He just plays. Very steady basketball. Defends. He's a grinder inside. He gets after it. He can back you down. He can post you up. To me, the guy who's not getting enough credit for this Seton Hall team is Jaden Bediako. Transferred in from Santa Clara, has been fantastic for them at defending, has rebounded the heck out of the ball. He's among the leaders in the country in offensive rebounding. I like Seton Hall in this game. I like Seton Hall to make the NCAA tournament, and I think Seton Hall's a plucky pick, a sleeper pick to potentially win a game. You know who knows how to win in the NCAA tournament, Coach McCall? Shaheen Holloway.
Does he ever? But I'll say this, them winning at Butler already, this is the biggest, this is the elephant in the room, okay? You can't say, hey, we're going to be okay because we already beat them at their place.
Bingo.
And that's what Shaheen Holloway's message to his team. Like, we're not okay. I don't care that we beat them at their place. We're not okay. We have to take care of business at home. Like, oh, we'll be fine. We beat them in their building. No. We have to take care of business because we have an NCAA tournament berth on the line right now. Like, that's the biggest challenge for this team is those guys understanding that, hey, what happened a few weeks ago has no bearing on this game today. And that's the message that Shaheen Holloway is telling his team right now.
Let's get to our next pick. Trevor Valise, cue it up. It is in the ACC. North Carolina is a 3.5-point favorite at struggling Virginia. 3.5 points. I'm tempted to take the favorite there because of how bad Virginia's been. But then I feel like Virginia at some point is going to take it personally and put together their best performance of the season against Carolina. Ooh, Jerel, where are you falling on this one?
I'm going Carolina. Virginia, I think their best performance of the season. I think they kind of they ran out of bullets. I think that they won't play better than they did against Miami a couple weeks ago here. And at the end of the day, I just don't think that they'll be able to manufacture enough points to beat North Carolina. And I don't think that. I mean, I know they're top 2 defensive team in the country and the best defensive team in the ACC. But I don't think they're not going to hold Carolina to 50 or 60, 40 or 50 points for the game. And I think they'll have a hard time outside of Reese Beekman putting together enough points to beat Carolina, even though that they are at home. But eventually, I think Carolina's physicality around the rim will win out for them. So I'm taking Carolina.
Fanta, of all the games that we're picking tonight, this was the hardest one for me.
I agree with you.
This was the hardest one. I want to take Virginia. I do. I want to say Tony Bennett gets it done. It's a home game. They're going to have a great crowd. I want to take Virginia. But I just think Carolina's talent wins out in this one. I think the talent wins out. I do. I think Armando Bacot, he's in his 17th year of college. And I just think that the talent of Carolina wins out in this game. I want to take Virginia, but I just can't. I can't. I got to take the heels. You disagree with me, I can tell. Or you agree with me and you're trying to figure out, because you're in the same boat as I am right now, Fanta. You're in the same boat. You want to take Virginia, but you're not going to. I know you. You're not going to.
You don't know me all that well. Give me the Who's on Saturday. Give me the Cavaliers. Tony Bennett. Don't let me down. All right? Your team's going to show up. They're going to have a big-time crowd. You're going to put North Carolina in a blender. You're going to make the Tar Heels eat your lunch. Give me UVA. I'm on the train. Plus 3.5. Give me UVA. I don't know if they're winning the game, but I know it might be a 51-48 game, and I'll take the Virginia Cavaliers. And guess what, Virginia? If you let me down this Saturday, you're going to hear from me next week. I'm going to have some not-so-kind thoughts.
51,
Give me UVA.
Fanta, 51-48. You're going to be dialed into that game. You're excited about that? 51-48?
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.